uncertain, myself included. That's what's sad about it most. Getting this far, obviously there's going to be an end to it at some point, whether we make it past this one or not, but just the uncertainty is tough, and the finality of it all. There's a lot of unknowns going into this offseason now, and I'm going to have to take some time away for sure and clear my head and just kind of see what's going on with everything. But it's pretty tough right now.
I mean, guys, the MVP of this league. He is the heart and soul of our football team. So, hell yeah, he better be back here. He's our leader.
Greg is back with us, but let's dive in. Yeah, get loose, Marcellus.
Spicy.
Get loose, Marcellus, for this one.
Man.
You up first, Sal.
Oh.
Should Aaron Rodgers want out of Green Bay?
No, he should not want out of Green Bay. My mind is telling me go. But my contract, my resume is telling me stay. Look, let me be serious over here. I love working at this network because I can sing songs like that, don't have to pay royalties. Is he still canceled? Whatever. Here, let me be serious. My mind may be willing, but if my circumstances are not complying, then it ain't happening. And it's not happening in Green Bay. One, the grass is not greener. Aaron Rodgers, sit still and water your own lawn. Because if you lose in the championship game in consecutive years, at worst, you're the fourth best team in the NFL. At worst. Now, I know it's been a little musical chair, so you could say maybe there's 5, 6 teams, but I would say that you're the third best team, fourth best team the last 2 years. You're that close. But where will you go? And then look at that opportunity as better than the one that you have. So that's part one. Part two is you don't have a no-trade clause in your contract like Deshaun Watson does. Uh-oh. So that means if you don't have the opportunity to dictate terms where you go like Deshaun Watson can, you're at the mercy of the organization. Is this the same organization that you want to work on your behalf that also drafted the heir apparent at your position in the first round and moved up and gave up resources in Jordan Love? You think now they're going to get on board? Did you hear Matt LaFleur just now saying you better be back? And I think he echoes what they all think upstairs, that, yeah, we're going to succeed you very soon, 2-3 years, based on our schedule, based on our plan, but it's not going to be based on your terms. You ever been in the mindset where you're thinking about maybe this relationship ain't too good for me, I'm about to break up, and then they beat you to the punch and break up with you? Guess what you don't say? Okay, and you get everything your way. You say, okay, as long as this works for me, we can do this. So I'm looking at this situation as no way is Green Bay going to support Aaron Rodgers in the trade to anywhere desirable, anywhere that's a contending team. So no, he's staying still and trying to make it work in Green Bay.
Now, Aaron Rodgers needs to get out of Green Bay, and Aaron Rodgers should want out of Green Bay. Green Bay is holding up and holding back Aaron Rodgers' legacy. We talk about Tom Brady, greatest quarterback of all time, going now to 10 Super Bowls. In 9 of those Super Bowls, he's had a top 10 defense that year. Aaron Rodgers, the one year he had a top 10 defense, guess what happened? He went to and he won the Super Bowl. The Packers are what's holding Aaron Rodgers back. Outside of his rookie year in 2018, if Aaron Rodgers is on the field, the Packers win at minimum 10 games. At minimum 10 games. Don't talk to me about, oh, well, Matt LaFleur is actually helping Aaron Rodgers. No, Mike McCarthy is helping Aaron Rodgers. No, Aaron Rodgers is helping them. And I think Aaron Rodgers realized that in the postgame yesterday. See, Mike McCarthy without Aaron Rodgers, 50% winning percentage. With Aaron Rodgers, 60% winning percentage. Mike McCarthy without Rodgers and Favre goes down to 37% winning percentage. Now, you might think that doesn't really matter, but it does. Because look at the coaches coaching Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid. Andy Reid balls with Patrick Mahomes, but he also balled without Patrick Mahomes. Again, for the sake of Aaron Rodgers' legacy, he desperately needs out. Because when we start talking about these conversations, Aaron Rodgers, were you only the best of all time? Aaron Rodgers, are you one of the greatest of all time? Or Aaron Rodgers, are you actually a career underachiever based on how talented you are and how little you won as far as Super Bowls? Rodgers realizes he might finally need to go somewhere else to win because the Packers need Aaron Rodgers far more than Aaron Rodgers needs the Green Bay Packers.
This is really on the Green Bay Packers. And when Aaron Rodgers gets asked the question in the post game and we hear his response and he talks about there's a lot of uncertainty with a lot of guys. Marcellus, yes, they're at worst the fourth best team, if not the third best team right now, with that current roster as it stands. But with all this uncertainty that Aaron's talking about and talking about potentially losing his center, Corey Linsley, potentially losing Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, Robert Tonyan. I mean, there's so many, and I'm not even going to go to the defensive side of the ball, but there's so much uncertainty that it could look so different that I believe what Aaron's saying, I'm going to need to step back and get away and see what they're going to do. See what type of team they're going to really bring back here to see if I have the best possible option to compete for a championship again here. Does he want to stay? Yes. I'm going to tell you this. Everybody wants to stay with the team that drafts them. No one ever wants to just go, especially when you're with a winning franchise like the Green Bay Packers. You want to stay. I wanted to stay. It didn't work out. So what? I had to move on. And so Aaron Rodgers understands the business of it, and he's seen it with the guy who just sent him home. Marcel, as you talk about, yes, no trade clause, all that is very true. Yes, I don't think the Packers are going to just say, oh, where do you want to go? We'll send you where you want. No, I don't. That's probably not going to be the case.
Nope.
But with Tom Brady, he went to a situation and we all assumed, okay, that's Tom Brady. They got pieces. They have a chance. If the Packers are willing to sit down and make peace with Aaron Rodgers and say, okay, we're not going to send you somewhere where we're going to have to see you twice a year, but we'll send you somewhere else and just break this marriage that we've had on good terms. I could see him going to a better situation and elevating that team to a potential championship. That's how great a player he is.
I don't think there can be good terms, big dog. And why there can't be good terms is just like the woman who once told me, Emmanuel, you wasted years of my life. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm looking at the Packers like, y'all have wasted years of my life. Greg Jennings, in his 9 playoff losses, the Packers defense gives up 36 points a game, Aaron Rodgers, he has 45 touchdown passes in the playoffs, tied for second with Joe Montana. And what does he have to show for it, Aaron Rodgers is saying, wait, y'all haven't drafted a skill position in the first round since, y'all drafted Jordan Love. Y'all ain't drafted a skill position in the first round since I showed up. Meanwhile, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl last year, and they spent their first-round pick on a skill position. So the rich getting richer, and I'm out here impoverished, living in poverty. Aaron Rodgers and these Packers, I don't think they can mend because Aaron Rodgers is going to look up and be like, wait a second. I was prepared for this game, for the biggest game of my career in a long time. And Matt LaFleur, you're going to tell me that, yeah, you had a bad day, you let the team down. I showed up, 3 touchdown passes, and defense, y'all going to give up 31 points? Like, y'all going to do this to me again? There is no cute makeup. There is no way this can all work together and they can all sing Kumbaya. The last thing I'm going to say on this lap is this. Let's not act like Aaron Rodgers can't have this kind of success somewhere else. It's not like the defenses in the league aren't better than the Packers defense. Okay, great. He has Devontae Adams, but it's not like you can't go out there and find 2 top-flight receivers or at least 2 above-average receivers. So Aaron Rodgers is looking around like, yeah, I know I got some good pieces here, but those pieces that y'all deem are good, I'm actually making even better.
I hear what you're saying, Acho, but to Marcellus's point, if there is any chance of him going somewhere where he could have a chance, he better not make it a nasty breakup. It can't be. He better go in there and just talk peacefully and try to get somewhere where, again, like I said, they're not going to have to see him twice a year. Because if he goes in there demanding, I mean, he has no control. I get what you're saying. Yes, he deserves it all. And he should be able to go in there and demand what he wants. But he doesn't have that positioning like Tom Brady.
Stops.
I hear you, and I agree. I agree with that, but I think it goes even beyond just that locker room. The Tom Brady effect and impact, it goes across that field to the opponent, because in the back of their mind, they're thinking, man, this is a little different